Hey everybody, Mulkey Films here. Today I'm going to show you, this is a first time cooking experiment. We're going to do baked potatoes in the crock pot. Apologies for the voice, I'm getting over a cold and a very hectic schedule lately. But anyways, just read about this online the other day and thought I'd give it a try. I really like baked potatoes, but making them in the microwave, I'm a little uncomfortable putting anything in a microwave that long. Quite frankly, so yeah, we're gonna give this a try and see if it works. It sounds like it's pretty simple. Basically what I'm gonna do is poke some holes in the potatoes, wrap them in foil, and then put them directly in the crock pot. No water, and I've read a few people have used a little bit of cooking spray and salt and pepper on the potatoes. I may do that next time I make these, but this time it's just going to be just regular straight up potatoes in the aluminum foil. These are russet potatoes from the farmer's market, nothing fancy, and I'd say they're probably about medium size. They're about hand size. So that being the case, I'm going to cook them for 4.5 hours. Larger potatoes you can do for, reading online, it says 5 hours or even a little bit more. And small potatoes, very small, are about 4 hours. So I'm kind of splitting it right in the middle. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap them up in foil, and we're going to put them in. Okay, everybody, just want to make sure that when you make these, you stab your potatoes and make some holes. That way you can get the steam out and you won't have exploded potatoes in your crock pot. That'd be a really cool thing for the Mythbusters to do. If they haven't done it already, it seems like they've done every myth you've ever heard of, and then some. Anyways, just putting the holes in. I already did these two. Maybe I'll put an extra few just in case, just to make sure. On to the last one. So again, really important that you do this, because if you don't, you can get a pressure buildup. At least that's what I've heard. Never attempted it myself. You don't want that. You don't want exploding potatoes. Well, that'd be a great name for a band, Exploding Potatoes. Okay, I'm going to wrap them in the foil and throw them in. Okay, now that the potatoes are wrapped, I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the crock pot. And I'm just going to kind of line them up like this. Now this is my first time making this recipe, so we're going to find out how it does. What I've read online says you cook these on high. So I'm going to be home with them today, just to kind of monitor it. As with any recipe, just make sure you're careful and don't leave anything close to your crock pot. And like these paper towels back here, I'm going to move these. And it's really good to be safe when you cook with a crock pot. And just be careful, especially when you're trying out something new. Okay, so in about 4.5 hours, we're going to take them out and see how they turn out. The reason for the foil, my best guess, is to keep the potatoes from drying out. If you were to put them in a crock pot for 4 hours without the foil, my guess is they'd be very dry and they wouldn't taste very good. So anyways, if it seems a little strange putting foil in your crock pot, it is. I felt very odd doing it, but that's what the recipe calls for, I guess. Anyways, while we're waiting, why don't you check out some of my other videos on the YouTube channel. If you like RCs, if you want to learn how to make an ice cream soda, that's all up there. And this is really kind of the first cooking video in a while, first recipe video. And I've been getting some requests to do some. And I really like to cook with a crock pot. So we'll see probably more crock pot videos in the future. Okay, it's been about 4 hours. We're going to go ahead and turn off the crock pot, open up the lid, and oh yeah, see the steam coming off there. Very hot. A lot of condensation, that's moisture released from the potatoes. So let's see how they look. That lid is very hot. I'm going to use tongs to pick up the potatoes so they don't burn my hands. Okay, I've got my trusty tongs here. I'm going to go ahead and try to pick one of these up. Yep, looks fine. I don't see any burn marks on the foil. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. Now let's open this up here and see what our potato looks like. The foil is cool, but the potato is hot. Okay, it looks pretty good. Let me grab a knife here. I'll cut into it and see how soft it is. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Let me move a little bit closer here. Okay. Go ahead and cut into it. Ooh, that's nice and tender. Yep. That is a baked potato. Yum. This has been how to make a baked potato in your crock pot. If you like what you see, go ahead and click subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, send me a note in the link below. Thanks for watching Wonky Films.